Hello and welcome, guys. This is Martin446 today with a toy review for you. I was quite long overdue to get another review for you guys. I apologize 100%. But finally time to get another toy review for you guys. A very new toy review also as well. But today's toy review is on the Neca Predator Series 3. We're gonna take a look at today at the Predator Hound from Predators. Amazing. First I have to mention is, yeah, I know, was quite long away for your reviews and something, and some other things like guys, and sorry about that. But I mean, this figure is awesome. That's one thing I have to say. It's of course the same packaging what we all know from the first two series, of course being Predator Series 1 and Predator Series 2. You got of course the top corner of the Berserker Predator. Also there stands Predator Hound Predators, which in my opinion was probably my favorite movie I've ever saw in the theater. Hind's jaw opens and closes on over 20 ports of articulation with a very nice picture of the Predator Hound. On the back, there is a write-up as well. Raised in a culture that revolves around the hunting and stalking prey, track a predator, bred and trained predator hounds in the art of flushing and tracking. As he believed predator hounds were not used for their full abilities in the hunt by other yochas. On this first official hunt of a xenomorph, an alien, the hounds allowed the tracker predator to track and kill a xenomorph in record time, but there wasn't much of a trophy to collect as the dogs didn't leave a shred of prey intact. Awesome read-up. Also available, you got of course the original classic Predator with full-blown mask, and the very spectacular, which I have also reviewed, the Elder Predator from Predator 2. So that's the Predator Hound. So that get this also. First, I also wanted to mention this. I'm really sorry about that, guys, but this is the first thing the first time I've actually said this. I'm sorry, but actually, in Predators, I thought that the Predator Hounds in the actual movie Predators were awesome. I was very surprised and very pleased when I saw the Predator Hounds. They looked, amazing. When they actually come with the scenes that they came out the bushes and stuff, I thought that they were just awesome. But getting way off topic here, let's get this figure out of the packaging and see what we have. So here we got the Predator Hound out of the pack, and first my saying is, of all the Predator figures from Predator Series 3, you got of course the Elder Predator, the Classic Predator from Predator 1, and the Predator Hound. Probably the Elder Predator was the rarest figure to get out of the set. He's at much sites sold out. For example, the Big Bad Toy Store and all other sites. The Classic Predator was picked up often as well, but I think really many people didn't pick up the Predator Hound. If you go to Toys R Us, I had a Toys R Us in the Netherlands, but there isn't a Toys R Us anymore, which sucks so bad. But in America, if you go to Toys R Us, and if you go to the Predators, there are actually 2 Elder Predators if you're lucky, 4 Classic Predators, and probably 9 Predator Hounds. And many people say that the Predator Hound was the biggest pick warmer of the set. But if you buy this figure and if you open him up, you're appreciating how awesome of a figure he is. This figure is just gorgeous. Which I love about this particular Predator is the articulation, overall execution, and paint. Take a look at the paint. The paint and detail, it is, so nicely done by Neca. Definitely, Neca is my favorite toy company. It is so dead on. So freaking cool. You got this very cool brown color on the back. You got this very nice green on the body itself. Also brown forearms, a brown neck, brown body. Not brown, green. Stupid me. But and again though, I loved the design of the Predator Hounds. Really awesome scene too. If you saw Predators, which I did, and it's probably one of my favorite movies I've saw the last 10 years. I thought that the Predator Hound scene was really cool. I really liked the fact that first one came out of the bushes, and then killed. Actually, I think they killed the first one, and then later, actually 8 Predator Hounds came out of the bushes. And what I really like is the fact they aren't those mindless creatures that they're attacking people. They actually work as a unit. Same as Dog Soldiers, which I really like. Dog Soldiers is one awesome movie. Check it out if you're a big werewolf fan. But of course we're talking about the Predator Hound right now. They work as a unit. Actually the same as soldiers and wolves themselves, which I really like. And the soldiers kind of got their ass kicked almost by the wolves. But they actually survived and killed several dogs. And actually one returned to his leader when he heard the wisdom. But very awesome figure. And I think, if you ask me, I think the paint on this one is, I mean, a step up. Not really a step up, but better than the Hot Toys version. It sounds strange as hell, because Hot Toys is by far one of the most memorable and best companies for toys of all time. More collectibles and kinds of stuff. One thing I don't like about Hot Toys is the way they are so expensive. But I think this particular color of this particular Predator Hound is much nicer than the Predator Hound we got on the other one. Because I always find out the other one, it was a little too shiny and too brightful at green. There was almost no brown, which was okay. But I think that this color is much more dead on. I mean, the color on him is so freaking awesome, which I always like. One thing I also like, I'm sorry, is the fact he's kind of also got a kind of a Doberman tail, which I like. Really funny. If we take a look at the face, I mean, that face to you gotta say, this face is freaking creepy. Could you imagine that this particular beast is in your room, starving for meat, and goes after you and rips you apart with his very ferocious teeth and his points? I mean, the eyes are very sinister. The mouth looks like a monster, and you don't really want this beast in your room, if you ask me. Some people want them as pets, if they really exist. Making a joke, guys, but I mean, that is just creepy. But I love the detail they used on this figure. Love it. Take a look at the spines, and the spines. I also really like they added spines and tusks, which I really like. It adds more defense and dangerous to them. And many people were afraid that they had the same issue as the Tracker Predators, his tusks, that they are really breakable and brittle. These particular tusks and spines are very durable, very bendy. No, not very bendy, but they're bendy and very durable, which I like. Also, actually, every tusk is actually very durable. A very durable not durable, but very good plastic, which is really cool. These are actually kind of more on the bendy side, but they're actually good as well. But I love this figure. Just love it. In the way of his articulation, he certainly has a lot. And first of all, you can open the jaw, which is probably one of the nicest features on this figure, because maybe it's the first time I've mentioned this, because when I always collected monsters and kinds of stuff when I was younger, toys and kinds of stuff, I always was a fan that you can always open the jaw at a beast. I thought it was just so awesome. I always play with my monsters kind of like that. You can open a jaw and then rah, kind of stuff. Now, of course, not now, but I always have the fact that you can open the jaw, and I always like that. I also like that these got this kind of a jaw on their jaw, which I like. Very ferocious, very creepy. You really don't want to have this as pet, want you? But going on to articulation right now. He has a ball joint. He has a ball jointed head. You cannot move it really well, but you can move it at some points. He has a ball jointed head. You can move it side to side and up and down at slightly points. Also, there's a ball joint in the neck. You can move it side to side, not really up and down, but you can certainly move it side to side. There is a ball joint at the shoulder, which is really nice. You can bend at the elbow and also rotate the elbow. There is a hinge at the foot, and you can rotate the foot also as well. There is this really cool ball jointed waist, which is so cool for posing. And there's also a ball jointed leg. There is a hinge joint at the knee. You can bend the knee, rotate the knee. There's also a hinge joint at this kind of ankle, the second knee. You can bend the second knee as well, also rotate. And there is a hinge joint at the foot. You cannot really move the foot up and down, but you can certainly move the feet side to side. So that's certainly loads and loads of articulation. He didn't of course came with accessories, but also I have to mention this figure. If you take this figure out of the package, you realize how large this figure is. This figure is, I mean, quite large. If you compare it to the Tracker Predator, it is actually quite a skill. It is of course a skill, but if you put Corporal Hicks here, right there, you realize how large this beast is. Would be a pretty hard battle for Corporal Hicks, I have to say. Well, you can actually shoot him with the pulse rifle, but of course you shoot him, but I think it would be a pretty hard battle nonetheless, because he got some spines and he will take him out and then bite his head off. But very awesome figure nonetheless. Really the peg warmer of Predator Series 3, I know. But if you buy this figure, and if you take him out of the package, you appreciate how nice of a figure the Predator dog is. And that reason, I probably give this figure a good, solid 9.5. I mean, this figure is, fantastic. Really neat for display, and if you're a big Predator fan, I highly recommend to pick up this particular one. He is the peg warmer of the set, I know. But if you buy this figure and take him out of the package, you'll really appreciate how nice of a figure he is. The detail is certainly better than the Hot Toys ones in my personal mind. The articulation is amazing, and display purpose, he is one awesome figure. So that's the reason, 9.5 for a Predator Hound. And that was again a figure review from Martin 446. And I'll see you guys next time with another review.